So this is one of my most controversial statements, maybe that I often say in our league, is that stop telling your kids to pass. It's an overstatement, but it's not that much of an overstatement. The emphasis, especially in our youngest group with 3-on-3, but even I would say 4-on-4 and 5-on-5, is we want kids to be better. The younger they are, the more they need to be comfortable with dribbling the basketball. Developmentally, that is the most important thing. I have three sons. My two oldest have gone through my programs. My youngest is now still there. And my oldest son, Elijah, was just obsessed with dribbling. He was just always loved to dribble and have a ball in his hands, and would come to practice and do two ball dribbles, and really young ages just loved to dribble. And I knew, and at that time, that I was obsessed with, if he wants to be a good basketball player and he likes basketball, he needs to have a great handle. And he just always loved to dribble the basketball. And I encouraged him to dribble the basketball. Well, because he was a really, really good dribbler, he was able to shoot more in our 3-on-3 programs. Sometimes to the point that the guy who's telling you this said, all right, that's enough, you need to pass. Because he could keep his dribble without double dribbling for a long time, and I'd say, all right, now let's cut it off. My second son, Isaiah, was not obsessed with dribbling. He's improved a great deal, but he was just hanging out, having a lot of fun playing 3-on-3, usually complaining to the referees and talking to people on the bench, and very, very social little guy. And at one point, my wife, Erin, who most of you communicated with, said, I think Isaiah is a better passer than Elijah. And I said, well, I understand why you're saying that, because Isaiah makes some really, really nice passes. But the reason you see Isaiah pass more is because he's a worse dribbler. He's not a great dribbler. We used to call him the right-hand bandit. Sometimes we still do. But he could really only dribble with his right hand a couple times, and he'd pick it up and he'd pass. And he saw the floor really well, and he made some really good passes. But what I explained was they weren't the same kind of dynamic playmaking passes that Elijah was able to make at that age because of his dominance with the ball. And I think, I've emphasized, and Isaiah's heard it from me, have you done some dribbling drills? Did you work on your handle? Did you work on your handle? This is your next step. This is my kids hear it from me all the time, is we want to encourage the dribble. Now, you'll see at younger ages, sometimes, there's a balance with double dribbling because they need to use their creativity and they can't make a spin move, for example, or they really can't. The game's moving so fast. There's a balance between letting that go a little bit because of where they are, and especially in that first or second beginner group, and that second, third kind of middle group is tough. Third and fourth, we try to get on that the most. But we want to encourage kids to work on their dribbling, and work on it in a game, in context, against pressure, right? So that even if you want your kids to be better dribbling, it's great. Do dribbling drills, do home court app, do all these different things, but go play one-on-one keep away, dribble knockout in the backyard. The younger they are, the more important it is to handle the ball, dribble. Even up into older ages, you will see the kids who have the best handle are able to make the most plays for themselves and for other people. So I know it'll be tempting, especially parents whose kids are really, really good ball handlers, to say, all right, you're dribbling too much, pass the ball. I'd advise against it. If you want to create and set the stage for your son or daughter to be really, really good in the future, let them dribble, even to the point where you're a little bit uncomfortable with it. It will serve them well in the years ahead.